Hello, beautiful beings. It's so critical at this time to navigate our relationships in ways that are loving to ourselves and to those that we're in relationship with. And one of the pieces that I think is so challenging is when we're in conflict. When we are perceiving something in our reality is butting up against how we'd like it to be. And in the old paradigm, our first port of call would be to externalize that and to point the finger at what the other person is or is not doing that does not align with us. The problem with that is that it creates a very, very deep gap between both of you, and it pushes that person further away from you. And what it effectively does is brings in this vibration of criticism and blame and lack and a sense of being disgruntled and disapproving. And when all those things come into play, it really does have a flow-on effect into the other areas of the relationship, because there's not a sense of peace or ease. So when we're relating to another person, it's really, really important to always remember that the first place that we need to relate is to self. Because if we're not clear with self, then there's no way that we can relate intimately to another person. Because what will happen is the programs and the anxieties and the fears and the defenses will be projected onto that other person we're in relationship with. When you sit in deep awareness of yourself, in deep consciousness of what is really coming up that's being triggered by that other person, is a space within you that's ready to be looked at. So whatever behavior you're seeing in that other person is really a behavior that you're wanting to explore within yourself. So if you're judging someone to be selfish, maybe you're looking to find more connection to self and more prizing of self. If you're looking at someone else and thinking, wow, they're so selfish, they're putting themselves first, maybe what you're calling for is to do that for you. Maybe there's other spaces where you're feeling super frustrated with the way something's moving and you're blaming the other person, when really that's about taking control of the situation within you and making decisions within you. So own the piece that's yours. Take the time to own the piece that's yours and understand what it is that's yours. And once you've really understood it and owned it, then you can meet the other person and share and say, hey, do you have time to talk? This has been going on and I've noticed it, just observing it. And I've sat with it and I've found where it lands for me. And the space for me is that I'm feeling in the reflection of what I'm seeing in you that I'm not really honoring myself in this space. And what I'd like to invite you to do is help support me to do that more. And in doing that, it'd be great if you can maybe look at that way you're responding to me and see if there's any way we can shift it, because it's really making it more difficult for me to access myself. So then in full loving compassion, we're observing what's happening. We're showing the space that we're working on within ourselves to overcome the situation. And we're inviting the other person to contribute to that, to participate and to offer something into the space. And then together you have a chance. You have a chance for open communication. You have a chance for change. You have a chance for a shift. When we're coming from that threatening, fearful, anxiety-provoked space, then we block that. And we block our own evolution, and we block the evolution of the relationship. So center into your own heart. Hold compassion for yourself in how difficult it is to sieve through the external desire to blame the other and to really sink into self. And see what happens. Wherever you are. I wish you love and I wish you light. And I want you to know that you're not alone.